Tonight I watched 9 short films. 9 short films. It was a lot of short films. They're from the Miu Miu Women's Tales collection. So there's 9 short films from female directors that Miu Miu has been making for the last 4 years, I guess. 4 or 5 years. So, sorry. So I watched them in the order that they came out. So it's like 2 a year from 2011 through they had the first one this year, which is why we're at 9. So it was The Powder Room by Zoe Cassavetes, which is sort of about a girl who falls asleep in the powder room and then wakes up and is like envious of the other girls in the powder room and their fancy dresses. It's all ads for Miu Miu, kind of, but short films mixed in. The next one was Muta by Lucrecia Martel, and I have not seen anything by Lucrecia Martel, but I've heard great things about her. And this film was really weird. It was very Lynchian and very like Twin Peaks and like people talking backwards, and it was just, wait, no, I'm getting them confused. Hold on. Okay, no, Muta was really weird and Lynchian, but not with the people talking backwards. It was just weird and quiet, and like maybe they're aliens or maybe they're dresses as people. I'm not really sure what was happening, but they're all trapped on a yacht, and it was nuts. It was a nuts movie. The next one was called The Woman Dress. This is the one that was also Lynchian and had people talking backwards like they were in the Red Room. It was really weird, and it's like witches who make dresses out of women. That was the plot of that one. That one, The Woman Dress, was by Giada, Colagrande, and it was very, very strange. Then we got to It's Getting Late by Massy Tadjedin, and I've seen her movie last night a few months ago, so you can look up the review of that. That has Keira Knightley in it. This one had Patricia Clarkson, Rinko Kikuchi, Aubrey Plaza, and Gemma Arterton. And they're basically like 4 women getting ready to go out and see a woman sing. And it's like one of them is like a writer, and one of them is an editor, and one of the film editor, and one of them is a business lady, and one of them is a mother, and they're all like getting ready and getting dressed and then getting to the place. That's sort of the plot of that one. The next one, which was the best one, in my opinion, was The Door. And it was by Ava DuVernay, and it was about a woman getting over a divorce, and it's like really great visual storytelling in like several scenes of her and her girlfriends and her mother helping her get over her divorce. And it's Gabrielle Union is the lead, and then Emiatzi I can't remember how to say her last name. Emiatzi. Let me look it up. Emiatzi Corignoli, and oh god, should have had this open. And Eder Pero Aduye from Pariah, and Alfre Woodard, and a singer whose name I can't remember, and I've never actually hadn't heard of her, were the girlfriends and the mom. And Gabrielle Union's the woman who has to get over the divorce, and it was just beautifully filmed. I love Ava DuVernay. She's such a great director, and her stories are so resonant. I hope she makes more movies about women again, because I liked Selma a lot, but I love her films about women so much. The next one was called Donne, della Vucciria by Hiam Abbass, and it was Italian, obviously, and it was like a little old couple who are making these dolls in the Miu Miu dresses, and then suddenly all the women in the town are wearing the same dresses as the dolls, and they're like dancing and listening to a singer, and then there's a what's it called? One of those little scooter things, moped, the fancy one, Vespa. It's a Vespa, and that's the end of that one. It's very Italian. The next one was by So Young Kim, and I actually have a few films by her in my Netflix queue, I think, but I haven't watched them yet. And it was called Spark and Light, and it was set in Iceland, which is always cool. And Riley Coog, who I believe is Elvis's granddaughter, and I probably pronounced her last name wrong, plays a girl whose car has died, and she's waiting for the AAA, and she falls asleep and may or may not has a dream about this fancy house that she goes to, and her mom's there, but maybe her mom's not there, and maybe she did go to the house, maybe she didn't go to the house. I don't know, but it's Iceland, you know, so that was fun. The eighth one was called Somebody, and it was by Miranda July, and it was just as bizarre as you hope a fashion movie by Miranda July is, but it's also sort of an ad for her Somebody app where you send a message through someone else to somebody else, something like that. I haven't actually used the Somebody app, but it was bizarre and included anthropomorphic plants, so that's always good. And then the last one was called the Djess, D-E, one word, next word, D-J-E-S-S, and it's in, like, not English and not any language. It's like a fake language, also sort of David Lynchian, and had some stop motion with the dress, and it's about dresses that have, like, beached themselves at a nunnery, and then fancy actresses with Marilyn Monroe wigs wear them, and then the paparazzi take photos, but then this one dress is, like, and goes and finds its own, like, story. That one was kind of fun. So these are all available on Miu Miu's website, but you can also watch them on YouTube. And if you watch them on YouTube, on Miu Miu's YouTube, they have like a channel, and it has like behind the scenes and trailers, and the little descriptions of the films have like quotes from the directors and what they were trying to do. So it's actually a more interesting experience if you watch it on YouTube. The only problem with watching it on YouTube is like the first few films are only at like 300 pixels. They're like really shitty, and then by the time you get to Ava's film, I think you're at 720, and then the last couple of years they're at 1080p. So they're not in the most HD, which is too bad. And then they're like that on the site too. So it's like you'd think they would be able, now that the internet can handle it, they'd upload more HD things for the newer or the older films, but they're a fashion website, not a filmmakers, you know. Anyways, interesting. I look forward to, now that I am aware of this series, I will like watch the next one next time it comes out. So this was the Women Tales by Miu Miu, and there were all these various directors, and it was fantastic.